morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, wherever you are now. I hope all of you are well. My name is Madalina Paraskiv, so I'm an education consultant looking after home, EU, and sometimes international students at AHNZ Associates London office. I would like to welcome everyone to our weekly live session, bringing you today one of our key partners, University of Suffolk. But before I introduce you to our new guests, Jessica and Mike, I would like to inform you who AHNZ Associates is. The company is a platform which connects a bridge between the students and universities. AHNZ Associates provide counseling to all prospective students based on their previous qualification, future ambition, expectation, affordability, budget, and entry requirements of the universities. AHNZ Associates has been operating over 1 decade now, serving over 250,000 students, and still we are counting. Since operating, we have more than 30 branches around the world, just to make it convenient for all of you to come and see us face to face. Currently, we collaborate with over 130 universities in the UK, and this includes private and public universities, as well as Russell Group universities. I would also like to make you aware that all our colleagues are well experienced and graduated from UK universities, and some of them are certified by British Council, trained by UCAS and UK universities. One of our key points is that we provide end-to-end service and support during your journey with us free of charge. The greatest and most pleasuring statement we have for you is our visa rate, as we have our compliance team, which will help and guide you through all the process. We are also proud to say that our student satisfaction is over 98%. And as a result of our hard and dedicated work, we gain more than 11 times the title of Top Recruitment Award winners. However, if you would like more information about AHNZ Associates, please visit our website www.ahnz.co.uk and also follow us on all the social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Google, and LinkedIn. Now, I would like to introduce you our special guest, Jessica and Mike from Suffolk University. Good morning, both of you. How are you today?
Good morning. Doing well, thank you.
Yeah, very good, thank you. Thanks, Madalena.
Thank you. I'm also very well. I was looking forward to meeting you today and having this event together. Hopefully, for all the students that will join today, it's going to be full of information about University of Suffolk. Before we start, I would also like to remind you all that you have a big opportunity today to write down in the chat box all the inquiries, questions you may have in regards to University of Suffolk, and also to let you know that at 11 a.m. UK time, actually in about 1 hour time, you can join us on Zoom, where you can meet AHNZ Associates counselors from all over the world, and also Jessica and Mike will be there to answer all your questions based on each of your needs. I'm assuming you guys want to present a bit of University of Suffolk for the students that they join now. So feel free to do that.
Great, thank you so much. Okay, so I'll do some brief introductions. My name is Jess. I am an International Recruitment Officer at the University of Suffolk. So what we do as part of the international team is we help students who wish to come to our university and help out in any way we can with questions about admissions, entry requirements or subjects. Mike is here with us as well. If you'd like to introduce yourself, Mike.
Hello, everyone. My name's Mike Macias. I'm the International Recruitment Manager. Supporting Jess is leading on the presentation today. I'll be supporting her. So yes, here to answer any questions that anyone may have as well at the end with regards to not just studying at the University of Suffolk, but any general questions you might have or interest in studying in the UK. Jess and I are big proponents, big believers in higher education opportunities for students, transnational education. So ideally we'd like you to come to us at the University of Suffolk, but if not, we'll certainly do our best to help answer questions that anyone may have. So should we get cracking?
Perfect. So while we wait for the presentation, I can tell you a little bit more about the university in general. So we are a relatively young university. We started off as a campus, a collaboration between two local universities, the University of Essex and the University of East Anglia. From there, we became our own university in 2017. And since then, we have been awarding our own degrees, developing as our own university. Currently, we have around 4,300 students based on our Ipswich main campus, which is where we see the vast majority of our international students come to. It's a really nice campus, not too busy, not too quiet, a really great place to get to know the UK if it's your first time visiting.
Shall I share the presentation there?
Yes, please.
Yes. Can you see
There
that?
we go. Yes.
Yes.
Right, and let me just mute myself in case anyone hears me cough.
Thank you. Okay. So, so, as I said, we are the University of Suffolk. We are a relatively young university. We are very kind of pioneering, changing. We want to be a very modern university that is constantly innovating and growing for the modern world. Okay, next slide, please. Thank you. For those of you who don't know, the University of Suffolk is mainly based in Ipswich, which is on the east coast of England. We are very lucky with our location. We have beautiful beaches and coastlines to the east of us. And then to the west of us, we have gorgeous countrysides, perfect for hiking, cycling, exploring kind of nature. But then Ipswich town centre itself is a quite rapidly developing town. So we've recently had modern investments on our waterfront and into our town centre. And we're really trying to kind of develop the town even more and get some more diversity in there, which is where our wonderful international students come in. We have the Latitude Festival, which is very close by. We're very lucky to have different events going on all around the year. Music festivals are the main ones with Latitude Folk East, Ipswich Music Day. So if you're into music, coming to the UK is a fantastic idea. We have music festivals all around the year for any type of music that you enjoy. We're also quite lucky that we are only an hour away from London, which means that we're also only around an hour away from the major transport links, Heathrow, Gatwick, Stansted. So that's great if you are coming in from a long way away. You don't really want to have to travel across the whole UK after you arrive. But also, if you would like to travel while you are studying at the university, you are just an hour away from the airport and from the rest of the world. Okay, this is a picture of our campus, actually, would you believe it? In the beautiful sunshine. Suffolk is the sunniest county in the UK. So the grey and white building, that is our main waterfront building. So this is filled with teaching rooms, lecture theatres, study spaces, social spaces. It's a really nice place to just kind of study and be. Okay. So here we have two pictures of Christchurch Manor and Ipswich Town Hall. What people don't know is that Ipswich is actually a very old town. We have very historic roots. So if you're interested in history or knowing more about kind of English culture, it's a really great place to be able to learn about those things. Both of these places are open to the public. You can go in, you can explore. It's a really interesting place to be. And then in contrast, you have the more modern side of Ipswich. Again, you can see the waterfront and the marina. This is where we've just had a lot of investment for new restaurants, cafes, entertainment, and new buildings. And then in the bottom corner, you can see the Latitude Music Festival, which is huge. So many people go every summer. We get some really, really big artists coming over to Suffolk to perform for us. Okay, so a little bit more about the university itself. As I said before, we have 4,300 students in our Ipswich campus, which is the main campus where we teach most of our courses that are available to international students. Like I said, this is a really nice number. Ipswich itself is quite small compared to other cities like Manchester, Liverpool, or London. So even though the number is slightly lower, it still fills the town up. It still feels like a kind of enjoyable university atmosphere. We are very proud that we have 20 multiple courses in the UK top 20. Our highest ranking courses are history and creative writing, but we have a number of other courses that are ranked top 20. And we're very, very proud of our employability ratings. Over 90% of our graduates are in employment or further study 15 months after graduating. So we're really trying to teach you things that you can use when you're going into the world of work, trying to bridge that gap between studying and employment. Okay. So the academic structure, I think, is nice and simple. We have 4 main schools. If you are studying with us, you will fit into one of these 4 schools. We have the School of Health and Sports Sciences. So this is where we have all of our professional health courses like nursing and midwifery. This school is getting a brand new building in around April time. That will be the Health and Wellbeing Quarter, entirely brand new, kind of industry standard rooms for practice and for study, for practical activities. So that's going to be a really great brand new building. We have the Social Sciences and Humanities School. This covers a lot of different subjects. They are based all over the campus. They might be in the hold, they might be in the waterfront building, but this is a really broad range of subjects. We then have the School of Engineering, Arts, Science and Technology, which we call the School of East, because it has a very long name. Here you will find all of our computing courses, our art and design courses, our life sciences. And it's the home to our new technology campus, the Digitech Centre, which I will tell you a little bit more later about. And then finally, we have the business school, which I know is another one that will be popular with you all. This is where we have all of our business, management, finance courses. And we also have the Ipswich Waterfront Innovation Centre, which I'll tell you a little bit more about in a little while. Okay, so another picture of our beautiful waterfront building, again, in the wonderful sunshine. That question mark is one of the icons of the University of Suffolk, always questioning, always growing, but also it's a really good photo opportunity. So if you're ever in Ipswich, get a picture with the giant question mark. This is our atrium building. So this is where we have our Suffolk Business School. That was the one that I was telling you about before. So if we go to the next slide, we should see a picture of the inside of the atrium. So this is the building that houses most of our business courses and also some of our technology courses. So this building has a radiography room. It also has 3D printing rooms and games design rooms. But most of the bottom floor is used for business courses. If you can see the, If you can see the little grey doors in the background, that is home to the Ipswich Waterfront Innovation Centre, which we call the IWIC. We like to shorten all of our words. This is home to a lot of our business events. So at the IWIC, we will partner with local businesses, businessmen and women, entrepreneurs. They will come in and do talks for our business and marketing and events students. It also offers a lot of support for students wishing to start up their own business or enter the world of marketing, events, entrepreneurship. So it's a really great place to get support and help you enter into the world of work after your studies. Okay, this is a picture of some of our wonderful film and photography equipment. If you are interested in coming to us to study an arts subject, you are able to rent these all completely free of charge. They are just rented from the university, all industry standard technology, so that you can get to grips with using the kind of equipment that you will use once you go into the world of work. So you're really setting yourself up for success once you graduate. These are some of our health sciences technology. So here, this is probably for the radiography students, learning different scanning techniques through the use of 3D modeling. Okay, and then on to our Digitech Centre. So for those of you watching who are interested in studying something technology-based like cybersecurity or data science, artificial intelligence, this is where some of your classes will take place. It is a collaboration with BT, British Telecom, who are one of the biggest providers of telecommunications in the UK. So phone lines, internet, TV, they do everything. They have their headquarters for research and development in Ipswich, or just outside Ipswich. And we have kind of taken over one of their buildings on site and turned it into a campus. On this campus, the students have access to industry standard, world-class technology. They are able to really experiment with the tech, get to grips with it. So yeah, we're really lucky to have that building and have those equipment for our students to get to use. Okay. So as for the actual style of teaching, because of COVID, we adopted a different style of teaching, which was called block and blend. And since everything has kind of gone back to normal in the UK, we have actually maintained this style of teaching because students gave us such good feedback on the way that this teaching style worked. So traditionally, you would take 3 or 4 classes per semester, and then you would study 2, maybe 3 semesters. But what we've swapped to now is that our students will only study 1 class at a time. Apologies if you can hear the sirens. So you will only study 1 subject for around 5 or 6 weeks, and then have an assessment week. And you will repeat this until you have finished all of your classes. The reason that we have kept this method for our students is because they said it helped them concentrate better, it helped them with their time management, it helped them to see their progress more clearly. They had more support because of all of the online materials. So this is the way that we're teaching at the university currently. Okay. As for student support, I know that having support is essential when you are an international student. I myself have been an international student, and when I studied abroad, I was using the support systems all the time, every day, asking questions, asking for help. So these are the current support systems that we have in place. There we go, it's getting rusty. So our academic student support comes in the form of a personal academic tutor. This is a person that is assigned to all of the students from the first day that they arrive on campus. So you will have one dedicated member of staff within your subject who can help you with any problems you're having in terms of keeping up with the classes or writing essays or studying for tests. They are there to help you from day one. In the student centre, we have an amazing team who are there to help out any students with questions regarding accommodation or their finance or documentation that they might need. If you're studying professional health, you'll need a kind of a criminal record check to make sure that you're able to work in hospitals, or if you want to get a part-time job, you might need help with those. That's what the Student Centre is there to do. The Library and Learning Services team are a brilliant team who are there to help you with anything related to study skills. So critical reading, essay writing, academic English style, They are there to help you with that. And then the Students' Union is around for more personal support, more kind of emotional support if you want to make friends or you're feeling homesick. The Students' Union have a lot of different clubs or societies for you to join, make friends. They have them for people of different cultures or religions or different hobbies. They have clubs to cover every interest. Okay. So moving on to accommodation, we have a kind of wealth of accommodation around the university. It is pretty much all within walking distance of the university, which is very, very lucky for our students. But the main student accommodation is Athena Hall. It's this really big building, split up into kind of blocks, where each flat or apartment is shared between 4 or 5 people. So in each apartment of 4 or 5 people, you will share a living space and a kitchen, and then each person has their own bathroom and bedroom. You do not share a bathroom or bedroom here. It's really versatile. You can choose if you want a larger bedroom for slightly more money or a smaller bedroom for slightly less money. They have a limited number of studio apartments if you want to live completely by yourself. But the idea of sharing a living space is really nice, I think, for international students, so that you are able to make friends, socialise with people. It's a really great place to live while you're studying. They have security 24 hours. There is parking if you wish to kind of hire a car, and then big social spaces downstairs that all residents can use. Okay, so a little bit more about campus hospitality. So for those of you who are coming to the UK to study, there is more to life than just studying. You will still need to go out with friends and eat and do things for entertainment. So on the campus currently, we have this large room in the middle. That is the Student Union. So that is where you can socialise, study, get food, buy kind of hoodies from the university if you want to. It's a really great place that is accessible for all students. We also have cafes in all of our buildings, again, great social spaces. And there is Cult, which is a restaurant bar that is in one of our buildings as well. Alongside these, as I said, the waterfront has recently been renovated. So there are different cafes and restaurants all along there. And close by, we have access to different entertainment centres with cinemas, bowling, escape rooms, all within 15 minutes walk of the university accommodation. So this is a picture of 3 of our wonderful students who graduated just this past October. We host our graduation on the waterfront in this big gazebo. And because we are very lucky with our location, pretty much all of our graduates had photos in the glorious sunshine. It was a really, really beautiful day. So should you come and study with us, this could be your graduation with us in a couple of years' time. Okay, so because there is such a diverse range of attendees in this group, I couldn't put all of the entry requirements on the presentation, but you can find the entry requirements for your country on the website at the link on the slide currently. You should be able to find everything that we accept from your country, and then also find our English language requirements as well. If you have any questions about entry requirements, please ask us in the Zoom call. We should be able to help you, or drop us an email. So for English language, I won't read out every qualification, but for IELTS, it's a 6.0 overall for undergraduate courses with a 5.5 in each component. You can read through the rest of the qualifications now. For postgraduate, it is a 6.5 overall, with 5.5 in each component. For our health courses, so again, that is nursing, midwifery, physiotherapy, that would be a 7.5 overall. It's slightly higher for our health courses. Good news for those of you wishing to study a postgraduate course, though. We have recently established a English as a medium of instruction waiver. So for those of you who studied your undergraduate degree in English language, so the language of instruction was English, you could be eligible for a test waiver. So you don't have to provide us with an IELTS or anything like that. In order to get this, there is a form on the website that you can download. This needs to be passed to your university where you studied. They will fill it in, and if our admissions team sign off on it, then you do not need to take IELTS. So hopefully that will save some of you a little bit of worry with having to take English tests. Okay, these are our current fees for the year and our current scholarship offerings. So please, when you are looking at our courses online, just double check what the courses are categorized as. Some of our tech courses are actually not IT based or lab based. They are charged as classroom based, so they're a little bit cheaper. So just double check on the website when you're looking at that. For the scholarships, the undergraduate scholarship is £1,000 in your first year and £500 in your second year. For the postgraduate scholarship, it's £1,000 from the beginning of your course. Okay. And then finally, applications. So if you wish to apply to the University of Suffolk, these are the steps that you should take, or the steps that AH&Z will take. So they will ask you to fill in an online application form if you are applying through for a postgraduate course. So you will get one of those. They will also ask you for copies of your education certificates, a personal statement, and some references. And you can pass that to whoever is working on your case within the agency. For undergraduate, you will be asked to apply through UCAS. So AH&Z will ask you for whatever documents they need in order to process your application through that way. Okay. Finally, thank you all for listening. This is the last slide. If you have any questions that you don't get to ask today in either this session or the next session, or you want to arrange a one-to-one talk for a little bit longer, you can contact us at the email on the page there, or you can schedule a meeting with us through our website.
Thank you, Jessica. It was a really nice presentation. I'm sure most of our viewers got the right information and whatever they needed. However, guys, if you have questions in regards to the presentation, and if it's something that you might ask or any inquiries, just feel free to put on the chat box. We have here Jessica and Mike from University of Suffolk to answer all your inquiries. For the ones that they joined late and you didn't see the first part of the presentation, Jessica was presenting where University of Suffolk is located. So it's in Ipswich. It's really nice part of the UK. It's in east part, southeast in the UK. I think Jessica just has some internet problem. She's not here with us, but we have Mike, so it's good. Few of the questions that we recently had from our student is the most popular courses that the universities are offering. I know that Jessica was saying something about the department of the faculties that you are offering quite a lot, but Mike, can you please tell us again your most popular courses that you are offering to the students, the subjects that are top in the UK and are offered at the University of Suffolk?
Well, we offer a range of courses that are very popular. I suppose among international students, our business and accounting programs are always extremely popular. Our computer science programs also extremely popular, specifically the pathway that takes you on data science and artificial intelligence. I mean, we've had that program now for about 2 years, and we've just been blown away by the interest that it's generated. It's so popular amongst certainly international students. Of our health programs, again, we're always inundated with applications for our nursing programs. We're one of the leaders in the country for that particular program. We've got partnerships with hospitals across a variety of counties, neighbouring counties near Suffolk. So yeah, our health programs are by far and away one of the best in the country for that.
Well, perfect. Thank you very much for this information. Could you please give us some example of accreditation that University of Suffolk is offering to the students after they're finishing a specific course? You know, for example, if they're doing accounting, or they are getting ACCA accreditation, or if they are doing business, they are getting CMI. University of Suffolk actually is offering this type of accreditation after the student is finishing a specific course?
Yeah, so I mean, there are numerous accreditations attached to various different subjects. You'll have to forgive me in terms of off the top of my head. What I can do is when Jess rejoins us, what I can do is I'll have a quick look, and there we go. I'll have a quick look.
Hello.
I'll post that on there as well. But in terms of like generally speaking, with regards to programs that we have, I think it's very common across universities in the UK that they make sure that various accreditations attached to their programs as a form of something to champion, and it's something to promote as well. So I think any university or any program that a university delivers that's worth its salt will have a type of accreditation attached to it.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Because international students always are looking after that, and they are asking, well, if I'm choosing this subject, what I'm gonna gain after finishing. Another let's say important question that we got from our students is, do you offer courses with placement?
Yes, Jess, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we offer a number of courses with placement at the moment. Most of them are our professional health courses. They contain a mandatory placement element, about 50% in kind of university and 50% outside of university. I also think there are on a few of our business courses, there is opportunity as well for placement, but most of them is the professional health courses.
Okay, and for this placement, is it guaranteed by the university, or the student has to look after it?
For the professional health placements, it is guaranteed by the university. Yeah, we have partnerships with healthcare providers in the local area that are guaranteed to take on a certain number of students, which is how we decide, how many students we can take on as well.
Okay, perfect. Do you know roughly how much the students they need to pay for this placement year to the university?
So the placements in the professional health courses are free. They are included in the course. So it won't be just 1 year, it will be kind of half of each year will be spent in placements. Typically, if there are placement periods included with courses, that will also be included in the price of the degree.
Okay, that's perfect. I can see here on the comments that we have a question from a prospective student. Is asking any scholarship or bursary for international students. I know you covered in your presentation the range of the tuition fees and also the scholarships, but do you mind telling him again, because probably he joined late and
of course. Yeah,
sorry, I was going to say yes, our international scholarships are for undergraduate programs, £1,500 in total, and that's split from you'll receive £1,000 in the first year, and then £500 discounted in the second year. For the RPG programs, the international scholarship is £1,000. Students will also have access to various avenues for grants and bursaries from things like the Chevening Fund and the Commonwealth Grant as well. More in-depth details of which can be found on our website.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike, for answering the question.
Sorry, I should just mention as well, in terms of the criteria to get our scholarships. It's a very straightforward process. It's not based on academic capability or prowess of any kind in terms of sport or music. It's that they are generally easily to be accessed by students.
So it's an easy process for them to apply and to get it.
That's correct, yeah.
Thank you very much. How much they need to pay the deposit? Or what is the minimum range that the international students need to pay?
Okay, so the deposit is for the CAS, so part of the visa process that international students will undertake. They will have to pay a £3,000 deposit for their CAS, so that's confirmation acceptance for studies. You will only pay the £3,000 deposit after you have received an unconditional offer from the University of Suffolk. So it comes about midway through the process. It doesn't come at the beginning. So it's not something, and it shouldn't be something that deters people thinking, I don't know if I'll be accepted, so I'm not going to even bother applying, so I don't want to pay £3,000. You haven't got to worry about that. You make your application, and then once you've received an unconditional offer from the university, so like if you meet all the requirements, then we move it forward to the next stage, which will be looking at the visa and immigration process to issue a CAS to you, and that's where we would require the £3,000 deposit, and that £3,000 is then discounted from your overall tuition fees. So it's not £3,000 that you pay and then you have to pay the tuition fees on top. That money will be discounted eventually from your fees.
And do they have the possibility to pay the remaining amount of the tuition fee in installments, or they need to pay it?
So that's a very interesting question, actually. So we're one of, I'd say probably there's about a quarter of universities, I think, in the UK that haven't currently got payment plans in place. So what we currently are is a university that requires payment up front. However, there are discussions going on behind the scenes to make it more accessible for international students by introducing instalment payment plans where payments could be split across 2 or 3 installments. But currently, as things stand, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that we would require the payment upon enrolment.
Okay, thank you. When is going to be the next available intake? Will be September. I'm assuming this is the biggest intake for University of Suffolk. Do you have already the dates when is going to be the deadline for the applications, or what do you suggest to the students?
Sorry. I guess the suggestions would be get your applications in as soon as possible. Yes. Most of the courses are, September. Well, all of the courses are for September 2022. We don't have exact course start dates at the moment, but the typical kind of advice is August at the latest, obviously, so you have time to get CAS statements, do visa checks, organise your travel. August.
Okay, so still they have plenty of time to do it, but we suggest them all the time to apply before and to make sure they are securing their offer and they meet all the entry requirements. Perfect. Another, let's say, inquiries that we had also from the students is a second master. Does the University of Suffolk accepting students for a second master program?
I'm sorry, I'm not 100% familiar. What is a second master program?
So, for example, if they done a postgraduate course, a master or something like that, and if they want to do a second master.
Oh, I see. My apologies. Yes, sorry. Yeah. Yes, we do accept students looking to undertake a second master's degree. Obviously there will be certain questions that will be asked by our admissions team in terms of the motivation to want to do a second master's degree. They will ask questions like, how does it relate to your previous postgraduate study? How does it relate to your undergraduate study as well? So those types of questions will be asked. But yes, that is something that we generally would accept on a case by case.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have like a gap between studies? Like, I know that, for example, some university, they are not accepting after 4 or 5 years study gap the students for undergraduate or postgraduate. Do you have these kinds of criteria?
Again, there's not a set sort of amount of time in between that you have to wait, but again, questions will be asked because that will come under the sort of terms and conditions of the visa. So we have to be compliant with UKVI, and that will come under one of the questions that we would ask is, what have you been doing for the last 4 years? And typical responses would be, I've obviously entered the workforce, I've been working, I'm a professional. I believe doing this second master's would aid me with my professional development, or you might even think I would like a change of career, and this would aid that. So as long as you can justify the gap, I think again that should be fine.
Okay. Well, good for them to know, because if they really want to change the career or anything, obviously everything is going to reflect on their CV as well. So they will be covered by that. Is University of Suffolk offering pre-sessional courses for the students, like or international foundation programs before they go for the first year for undergraduate program, for example? Do you have any pre-sessional or international foundation programs?
Unfortunately, we don't do pre-sessional English sessions at our university. Again, this is the development that we're hoping that will evolve over the next year or two. But currently, no, we don't do pre-sessional sessions for students. But we do have a few delivery partners or people we can recommend that would help with that. Sorry, my door's just gone. Jess, can I just pass you? Just bear with me 2 moments.
So currently we don't offer any pre-sessionals, but we, like Mike said, we can recommend providers of pre-sessionals or international foundation if it's needed to meet the entry requirements.
Perfect. Thank you, Jessica. Another question that came across on the comments from the student is if you accept IELTS general training test or of academic.
No,
presentation, but yes.
It's a little unclear on the presentation. This is a question that gets raised a lot. We only accept academic or UKVI academic. Yeah, that's the only way that we can accept IELTS. Unfortunately, we don't accept general training just because the general training doesn't quite hit what we need to be certain we'll be able to cope with the pace of an English degree course. It's just to absolutely make sure that you won't have any troubles understanding the academic style.
Thank you. I hope that answered to Kenny's question. Another question is from Rahman. He's asking the university location. I think he missed the first part of the introduction.
Yes. So the university is based in Ipswich, which is on the east coast of England. It's around an hour northeast of London. We are right on the coast, so right near the beaches. It's a pretty bustling town. We're not quite a city yet, but we are growing and developing year on year.
Thank you, Jessica. I have a question. It's for our students to know. Do you run any events like opening days, tour of the campus, or faculties in a coming period? So then they will know what we are talking about. They will see again, probably the ones that they didn't see the presentation with your beautiful campus, with the amazing weather and the water around. Do you have this type of events on your website?
Yes. So if any kind of prospective applicants are visiting the UK in the UK, we have a number of on-campus open days and events that are run We are also looking to set up online events for our prospective applicants that can't make it to campus. And kind of thankfully from COVID, we have developed a lot of online materials. So we have lots of videos of the campus so that you can see everything, content with members of staff at the university. We have a lot of student ambassadors, international student ambassadors, creating content for our TikTok page, for example. So if you go over there, you'll be able to see more of the campus and more of the international experience. But yeah, over the next few months, we're looking to put out even more online content for people who wish to know more about the university from the comfort of their own home.
Well, thank you. Well, it's good for them because, as an international student, seeing where the campus is located, what Ipswich can offer to the students as well is a big impact, and probably is helping them to make the right decision for their future studies. Now, as our time is running to the end, I would like to thank everyone for your time, and especially to Jessica and Mike for being with us today and giving us the important information about University of Suffolk. I hope we answered most of your questions and made you think that University of Suffolk is one of the UK universities where you would like to continue your journey as a student. And also, please don't forget to join on our Zoom meeting. I think it's in about 10 minutes time from now, where you can meet our colleagues from AH&Z Associate from all over the world. So if you are from Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, if you are in the UK as well, you can join on Zoom. And also there is going to be Jessica and I don't know, Mike, probably both of you. They will assist you and they will help you with all the inquiries you might have. Thank you once again for joining and for your time, and see you soon.
Thank you,
everybody. Thank you,
you.